Alright, hey everyone. So, here's my daily progress on Project Stray. I have fully functional bonfires. They look a little strange. They're called home points now, but there's two of them in the level. And I did some more functionality things as well. So, like, the initial spawn will end up actually spawning inside of an object, which then determines, like, which area, which one of the bonfires or home points that you selected in the map that are currently available to you that you have experienced, at least once. I can actually use progress tags every time you reach one of these. Uh, it can add a new progress tag to your character, and then I can just check to see the ones that you have available. But that's getting a bit ahead. The main thing to keep in mind here is that I now have two home points placed, and I'm now doing sort of like a initial kind of test for setting up a fairly tough battle. Um, I don't really want to bombard the player with this much challenge this quickly, although I do kind of want the game to be uh, pretty fucking hard. And I think one of the things that's really beautiful about the whole bonfires like home point system is that you actually do get uh, a really good opportunity to just make really really challenging fights and sort of just intersperse them and make them the kinds of fights that if the player isn't really paying attention, they just get stomped, and you can have lots of those kinds of things going on, which I actually find pretty interesting because it's a one of the things that you don't want to see happen too often is the player dying, and typically when I make this kind of content, but with something like this, I uh, yeah, like I could definitely see some dead players in the future of this. Whereas every time somebody died playing Redemption of the Slain or No Rest for the Living, I thought it was like a bug. Like, I gotta fix this. I really don't want it to be that hard. Blah blah blah. Like, I'm gonna add more difficulties. But in reality, this is gonna have one fuck you difficulty, and there you go. I like this. This is this is very liberating for me. I find this to be actually a liberating experience. Like, normally, I'm always really like worried about the player getting killed or and stuff like that. But in reality, like with this, it's more like, all right, I'm going to create this kind of challenge. I want to see, and it's up to the player to overcome it. It's totally different. This is a completely different experience. It's a completely different mindset. It's not going to play anything like Doom. Even if you are running around killing lots and lots of monsters, this is still going to play very differently just because of this alone. Like, yeah. So I'm gonna set this guy to ambush. I can even do like spawn alert. I won't be using any of those other things. So this is a shotgun guy. Uh, I could I could convert this. Nah, I'm just gonna do like a bunch of zombies. Maybe I'll do an extra zombie. There is something I do want to do with zombies though. Before I get too much further into this. Uh, I'm increasing the challenge of this a little bit because uh, the zombies were walking at a walk speed of 200 units per second, and fast zombies are at 500. And I'm going to double the speed of the slow zombies and make the fast zombies just like uh, around the same, a little bit slower than you can run. Um, so this is, I don't know, let's uh let's witness this horrendousness. All right, so immediately it spawned me at the first home point. Gotta stop calling them bonfires. Um, you start off with nothing, but there's an initial loot bag that gives you a pretty decent amount of stuff. I don't have the health regen stuff. I'll probably have that tomorrow or something like that. Actually have that in place where, ooh, I got a berserker potion, which gives me 25 attack. I simplified this a little bit, so it should be a little easier to look at. It's using generic visual values all the way through. Okay, so there's a chain gunner guy up top. There's a chain gunner guy in that window up there. Which I find is a little strange because the chain gunner guy. Oh Jesus, the zombies are a lot scarier now. Okay. Um. Alright, I got him. Chain gunner, what are you doing up there, man? Uh, I might have to make logic for the AI to want to do like sort of sniping behavior. Oh Jesus! And that was my first death. Okay. Uh, well, let's try that again. Uh, you do run out of ammo. Well, not really, because you're gonna tend to get ammo. Also, melee is not impossible to use. I did make it. Shit. Fuck. All right. Okay. Yeah, you do get pistol ammo and stuff like that. I did learn the hard way that you do not want to melee a chain gunner. They don't react very well to that. All right, got the shotgun guy. Ooh, a pair of green gloves. That's a pretty big boost to my stats. I do have a health booster. I could use that, but I probably wasted it because there's another. All right, so this is not a good place for. I don't even like this room, but it's kind of almost like an Escher painting or something. I'm gonna rework this area. In fact, that's actually gonna be really good because the next video is going to be me actually building the gameplay, like actual gameplay. Uh, Actually, I might want to do the health regen system first. But anyway, so you stand on the home point. It sets you up. A menu would normally pop up right now, like that gives you the, I might even use this, like where you usually see the other inventory thing. I could like do a menu that pops up right here, and this would be like, go back to home base and or exit home point, or it's like some basic options that can just pop up right here. Look at these credits chips. All right, so I'm at 100 and pistol ammo. I know that this shotgun guy is back. He's not. He doesn't. Whoa, Jesus. All right. So if I go up this way, okay. So this is actually a pretty good idea, a pretty good indication that I'm definitely not barking up the wrong tree. I'm definitely making some kind of progress, and that this can work. I guess that chain gunner guy would be, if he was positioned a little bit better so that he doesn't like immediately drop down and start running around in some weird area. Um. Oh, that's another thing that's Unreal 4's AI doesn't fuck around like the AI in Dark Souls does. Now, I realize that the AI in Dark Souls is probably using nav mesh, but the AI in Unreal 4, they will track your ass down. They're not. Um, in this case, they got stuck, so that's kind of funny. Now, if I die now, if I let this guy kill me, which didn't take very long, I'm now back at this home point, and deja vu. So I'm here. Oh God. Yeah. So you're gonna die a lot. There'll be some of these kind of sort of like placed around. the layout will follow in the basic same rules flow of a Dark Souls style game, and I um, will have secrets and side paths and loot kind of just dispersed all over the place. Like, seems pretty straightforward. I actually have 109 armor now. Like, it should have been a lot harder to kill me. Oh, another thing that I want to do while I'm doing the health regen system, and when you stand on a home point and you replenish everything, you'll get 200 health regen and you'll get 100 armor regen as like a baseline. Like those are for, and that ticks down whenever it's regenning. And I also want to make it so that the game currently has 3 different classes that you can play. So you have Soldier, Scout, and Enforcer, and they all have their own stats. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to get rid of the whole idea of having unlocks for each of the weapon classes and make it so that each of the different playable classes has access to different weapon slots. So like the soldier will have the rocket launcher and the grenade launcher, but the enforcer will have I don't really know how I want to like divvy this out, but the soldier will have shotgun and assault rifle, right, and maybe like one other slot like the grenade launcher, and then the enforcer will have like heavy weapons and and rifles, heavy weapons, rifles, and like one other thing, like, and the scout will have uh and I guess all of them will have different types of pistols and stuff. But so like the different slots will be available depending on the class that you play. So like you'll see different things. And of course these will just be unlocked at a later time. These will be unlocked because abilities in AP module are mechanics that I don't want to get into until I've done a little bit of gameplay. Uh, you just don't end up getting that far into the game. Uh, you unlock that stuff as you get further into the game. So like the soldier will get like shotgun, rifle, launcher. Enforcer will get heavy launcher and rifle. And scout will get I guess these 3, like, yeah. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Any suggestions on that front? Feel free. Because advanced is like energy weapons. Launchers are like grenade launchers and things, and like firebomb launchers, and basically anything that launches like an explosive device. Heavy can be anything from miniguns to rocket launchers. Can actually look at the items right now. Like, uh, just because this is what's in here right now, though, it doesn't mean that I can't change that. I can't like add more. Basically, so like you have auto pistol, blaster, magnum, and pistol in slot number 2, and slot number 1 is melee. So you have broad axe, combat knife, fists, knuckles, machete, right? And then slot 3 is your shotguns, so like auto shotgun, double barrel, and shotgun. Um, Assault rifle, light machine gun, sniper rifle, submachine gun. So the rifle slot is like pretty meaty. Um, Heavy weapons is rocket launcher, howitzer, minigun, and auto rocket launcher, and then regular rocket launcher, like Quake style. And number 6 is oh yeah, because the slots are backwards. So launcher slot would be firebomb launcher, which actually does an AOE on the ground. Like when it explodes, it causes an AOE that you can't go through, and it will actually catch you on fire with a stacking damage over time. Grenade launcher and rapid grenade launcher with smaller explosions but fire more quickly. And slot 6 is like advanced weapons. So you have your laser cannon, your lightning gun, your plasma rifle, and your railgun. So like the different classes basically will have access to these different slots. So maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 different classes, and also the different classes have different stats as well. Like the enforcer has more health. Um, the enforcer starts off with 25 shield, even if he doesn't have anything equipped. Shield is armor. Sorry, is your armor. I was originally designing this around shield, so like shit got renamed. Your walk speed's a little bit slower as an enforcer, but your sprint speed's a little bit slower. Jump speed's the same. I have jump. Oh, jump height for special jump state. That's for your AP module. Don't worry about that for now. Uh, and pretty much has a baseline attack. Uh, yeah, same storage. Like everybody has the same storage. So basically, all I'm do is I'm just gonna add one, the different unlock slots, and just specify those in the data table. So with that said, I want to get the health stuff. I'll probably have that set up tomorrow. And yeah, like more progress. This whole area needs to. I don't like this. I want to do something different. Uh, with this area. But yeah, this is a proof of concept. At least it shows the home points is now functional, and it kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of what it'll be like dealing with enemies that respawn and loot that respawns, and when you die, you immediately get sent back to the home point, and everything resets. Using the home points, like sitting down on it and everything like that. Oh yeah, I forgot about adding functionality for when you die, you drop your credits. That'll be kind of interesting. It'll guess it'll be a loot bubble that you drop, and you actually have to loot it, and it has credits. I'll have to figure that out. Um. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna end this now. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Any suggestions? Let me know. And yeah, stuff.